Hey, what's up? It's Andrew Kramer. No, it's so not Andrew Kramer. Andrew Failure sitting right here. No, right. So some people have asked for a little outline of how I've been doing these comic book things. And Chris Doe asked me if I would do a quick video. So I'm going to do that for you, Chris. Chris is a great guy over at Blind who does awesome creative things. He is a genius, unlike me, who sits here animating comic book covers. So a few of you know what displacement maps are. For the ones that don't, it's a map that you use in a lot of programs, but After Effects, and you can use a thing called a depth map, which is the easiest way to explain it is that anything that's white is closer to camera, anything that's black is further away, and anything in between is in between. So you go from white all the way through the grayscale down to black. That's your depth map. And then you bring the depth map into After Effects and you use that as a still image, as a displacement map. And then when you mess around with the displacement, oh man, it's best just to quickly do it and I'll show you. Okay, so here's one of the comic book covers I did before, and you see like you move it side to side. Okay, so here's the displacement map. So you can see that it's white, it's the stuff I want it to be close, dark is further away, and it's got like a blur on it. So in here you create the still image as a Photoshop file, bring it into After Effects, add a blur on it because for some reason if it's too crisp it's pretty shit, and you put the blur on and it just helps blend it, and it looks better. And then here's another one, again done exactly the same way. You go into the displacement map, which is a pre-comp, and it's got a blur on it, and let me just turn the blur off. Yeah, so there you go. That's what you create in Photoshop, or you can create it in any program, and then you put the blur back on, and then once it's in the other comp, which I find here, yeah, you add an effect called displacement map, and you put the horizontal displacement onto luminance and the vertical displacement onto luminance, and as you can see you can wiggle it around and it displaces it either vertically or horizontally, and you can also go too far, and like if you go past like 13 either way, like plus 13 or minus 13, you'll see that it begins to tear a little bit and it looks really shit. So there's a certain limit, I think, which is about 15, maybe 17, and if you keep within those boundaries, you'll see on this one you can go sideways and then up and down. You can get some really cool results. So yeah, that's how you do it. I'm going to quickly start another one now, and if you want to stick around and watch that, I'm probably going to not do it real time because it takes about half an hour, and who the flip wants to sit there watching me do Photoshop and After Effects for half an hour. But I'm going to speed it up. Those who want to stick around and watch that, wicked. Chris, if you're still with me, cool. If not, goodbye everyone, goodbye. It's going to be a good song. I'm going to put one or two good tunes over this actually, because who the hell wants to watch it in silence? Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Something you've been trying to say. Is it worth me even trying to save?
See, I remember the worst days when songs like this felt like a slap in the face. You know terrace kiss. And I shudder to think, lower shutters and drink in that dark damp apartment that the shadows eclipse. Felt like the man who touched the moon, only to learn it's a trick. Want to be led by the carrot book or hit by the stick. You know I'm sick of this shit. I used to rutter and sit, that's when my lazy habit should took a grip. Yeah, a downward spiral pit of the stomach trip. A ship we tried to steady, but to steady the ship you need all hands on deck without the crack of a whip. A compass, gust of wind, lust and sin are just strip. You reaching for the stars and real life's what you get. Is the work, the blood, sweat and the spit. It's true grit when you're spent and you're rinse. The bell echoes, it sings. Are you still gonna enter the ring? Yeah.
Why do you feel the need to cross the line when it was so clearly defined? Is there something you've been trying to say? Is it worth me even trying to save?
I lost count of which round of this bout I'm fighting in. Thought I had lost all my pain, struck by lightning. What did you have to go and cross the line? But whose design is it? Remember what I said before, life there's no rewinding it. Time ticks sure, I heard it before. You heard that before too. It's so predictable, think we're individuals, just sheep in a herd. Whatever happens, know the word has no turn until it burns. So what's left to learn? The trust there to earn. Take one brick from the wall and it can all fall to earth. Ground by gravity's curse. The tip hats to hearse and purse slips.